H&M and MIA team up for this video. Watch. Okay, so it's called Rewear It, and the whole goal is to aim to raise awareness about textile recycling, encouraging fans to donate unwanted clothing so that they can be used to create new products. And if you go to H&M between April 18th and April 24th, that's their World Recycle Week, you can bring in your old clothes and they'll actually give you store credit. And in the video, they talk about global warming, and they really want to help educate people about the environment as well. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Great message, bad song.
What about the sweatshops?
I'll never rewatch it.
Sold. I'm gonna go to H&M and I'm gonna take back a shit ton of my old clothes and get credit.
Were those your 5 words? Because that really felt a little, if that was the...
No, just sold.
Oh, just sold, okay.
Yeah,
Then
sold.
pivot. As soon as Sam
Yeah, I was
pivots.
gonna be like, Sam, I know you've been doing this for a while.
That was
felt
like 30 words.
So I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
That's a lot of numbers.
That's a lot. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea for a campaign. It makes me excited. I think the song is, I was a little underwhelmed by it. But I mean, as with any, there hasn't been a song that has been put out, I think, with a particular message that I've really enjoyed. For whatever reason, right now I'm thinking of the Disney song where they did the Disney Stars called "Make a Wave" with Miley Cyrus and Joe Jonas and Selena Gomez when they were butt babes and wearing purity
Or like
rings.
We Are the
babes?
World? Remember that song?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the world, just like a blanket statement about being good.
Yeah,
Heal the world,
the
make it a
message is
better place.
I always agree with the message, but sometimes the song doesn't.
But isn't this song specifically, because this isn't a single of hers, is it? This is specifically catered to the H&M
But it's a
campaign.
campaign.
It's,
yeah.
So it has to be
I
very
hope-
blatant, though. It's just to educate people in a fun way. I don't think people are going to go to the club and dance to it.
But it's called Rewear It.
Like Shakira's.
I
Walk a
wanted
Mile.
to.
The problem is you can't rewear H&M clothes. These were new jeans yesterday that Julian's wearing. He got them from H&M. They fall apart because they're made from paper.
Yep.
And it's the same bin that you put recycled paper into because it
Yes.
falls apart that quickly. And this at the end, it's like, hey, if you're done rewearing it, bring it to H&M, which is a good thing, and give us your textiles. We'll make it into more. And H&M, like. I feel like we really need to lower the bottom line for H&M because they've proven that when they minimize their costs, the people's working conditions, as Julian brought up, go lower.
Yeah.
And it increased waste. I'm glad. Hopefully this is like a response. There was a video from John Oliver did a whole thing about this, about how the working conditions are so shitty for these people. And they intentionally change the style so often that they kind of force you to buy new clothes.
Yeah.
They're like manufacturing trends because they're literally like the most profitable companies in the world.
That's Forever 21 started that, and then
Yeah.
other companies started to lop on.
Yeah, and that's what my 5 words had to do with. Have you guys ever heard of The True Cost? It's a documentary on Netflix. It's all about that. And that's why I brought that up, because it's like their working conditions are so bad. And it's kind of like, hey, you're, campaigning, oh, let's recycle, rewear it, so we don't have to waste all this material. But what about, you know what I mean?
How are you treating your employees?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So they're trying to be like, oh, look at the good cause we're doing, but then behind closed doors, are you still fixing problems that exist in your company? Because it just seems like, to me, maybe this is just me being bitter, but it just seems like they're kind of using it to be like, look, we're not as bad as you think we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Like-
when things happen like this, it's always like a test of how cynical
Exactly.
I feel. Like how
know.
even what I just said,
Like,
it's
do
like they wanted to say, like, listen, you recycle bottles, you recycle paper. Here's a way where you can recycle clothes. Bring them into H&M, we'll turn them into other clothes. So I
And then
guess
you get a
that's good.
credit in
Yeah.
return.
I think it's about sort of celebrating the small steps and then still acknowledging that we have a long way to go.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the best we can do. It's the same way that I feel about most social issues. Whenever there's progress made, you have to celebrate it, even though you can be like, but there's a whole mountain to climb. Like, well, at least we did something. And I feel the same with environmental issues. Whatever you can do can only be beneficial, and why not celebrate it, but still acknowledge that we all could be more educated,
Exactly.
and we all could do a little bit more, and there's still a lot more to be done.
And
Let's
this-
not get complacent, but let's also not celebrate.
Yeah.
And this
yeah.
video did its job in getting people to talk about it and know about it. And I want to take a special moment for whatever she was doing on top of that pile of clothes. like, oh, I think she was on a string from a crane and they wiped it out. But
Pretty
she
cool.
did this whole like crazy lean thing where I'm like, oh, you could, MIA. You could hurt yourself.
And hopefully they start turning it up at the club. Just kidding. 'Cause it's not that
Okay.
Yeah, there's no time.
I
would
did
ever
see you
listen
were
to
at the
this.
club this weekend, Grace, on your Snapchat.
You were?
Yeah, she was.
I had a really good time, damn it.
Clubbing it up. All right, you guys, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.